Swimming.
I know Big Man's got the fight coming up. Me and Mick are have a tennis match one of these days.
Nice.
You see, with these shoes, I can't count. How am I going to lose, Cam? See, Mick, long. I got like wide width.
Like a condor.
Cover the
like
whole
an
court.
Absolute.
Cover that
like
whole
a
court,
condor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much money you betting on Jersey Jerry next week? $1,000? $5,000? I'm surprised you haven't supported the guy's training camp and like paid for him and stuff. You should support him.
Well,
what's up, Mick?
You're talking about some guy called Big Man on campus. I don't know who you're talking about. To me, he's called Big Mouth on campus because he's got a big mouth and he's upset a lot of people. So I tried to erase him from my brain, to be totally honest.
I'll tell you, I think Mick versus Big Man, Barstool. You can make a lot of money, Mick. The big
That's
star.
Actually an interesting, a lot of star power. Like Mick brings a lot to the table too. Like he's kind of an exotic character. I agree with you. It's time to promote.
Australia, USA, worlds collide.
Yeah, exactly.
World War back on here.
Mick Oz. Yeah, well, you better eat it. Yeah, it's gonna melt.
I know. That's why I'm putting it away. I don't want you to eat it.
I got a pound of
Settle down,
headache. I'm so hungry.
Look at Mick. He's taking shots.
This guy. He's like a kangaroo.
There you go. I'm practicing already. One punch and he's down.
I got to tell you.
I will we don't even have to promote. It's done. It's a done deal.
No, it's done. It's writes itself. I will say, Mick, you have the hardest head out of anyone I've ever seen in my life. Like you're like Homer Simpson. Like you'd be a good boxer, actually. You'd be impossible to knock out, bro. Like your head is like
he's got a tight skull.
Yeah.
A hard skull.
I've seen Mick's head bounce off of concrete like a basketball, and he's fine. Like
that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Look at it, it's Aussie. Well, that's why it's had its effects, as you can see. But yes.
Yes.
Mick used to be a you're an engineer in the old days. He used to be an engineer. All right, we're getting ready to kick off, baby. And yes, indeed, the Ducks are wearing the Blizzard jerseys. All right, let's get to CFL first here. And then we'll get NFL on the other side with Mick. So we've got a couple of minutes here. Looks like Bethel Thompson's going to play, though, guys, right?
Oh, yeah, he better.
Yeah, he's going to play, but he can't practice before the game now, and it changes things a little bit. There's been a line move. The Argos are 1-point favorites. Because of this news, it's gone to 2.5 for the Ticats. I'll go throw it to you first, Mick. Who you got? Hamilton Tiger Cats or the Toronto Argonauts? Who wins this football game?
Yes, I've stuck with the Tiger Cats for several weeks now. I think it will be a Tiger Cats Bombers Grey Cup repeat from 2 years ago because no Grey Cup last year. But yeah, what a firestorm this morning with everyone going crazy and some of the Tiger Cats players upset because they knew they couldn't go to the Raptors game. Sadly, the big news in the CFL is often negative, but hope they play. But yeah, craziness, the rules. But hey, rules are rules, right? Rules are rules, I always say.
I've always said F the rules, personally. It's supposed to be rainy and sort of slushy on Sunday, isn't it, in Toronto, from what I understand?
Yes.
What's the weather like now? But on Saturday, I looked at the weather report. It said it's going to be raining.
Yeah, it's getting colder, too. Like, I'm not going to compare it to Edmonton where Mick is, but for here, it was like really, really hot, and now we're going to be probably below the freezing mark for our friends, like under 32 degrees, and it's going to be like, some sleet, rough conditions. That's what they're thinking. Here's the thing. If these guys play, you basically got 3 points with the Argos. They were -1, and now if all these starters get to play and cannot deal with this COVID situation, you're getting a 1-point favorite in a 2.5-point dog. I will say this. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I'm just going to tell you how I absolutely feel. The league would want Hamilton to be in the Grey Cup. They don't really care about Toronto, and the game is in Hamilton. It's no offense to Babano or anything. It's just stone cold facts, people. Hamilton is hosting the Grey Cup. They would love to have the Hamilton Tiger Cats there.
I can't lie. I was thinking about taking the Argos all week, but I can't. Yeah. I'm not going to go against that. You're right. There's going to be a hit job in on this game. Not to mention, you got 4 guys now, including your quarterback, can't be around the team until he sees them right before kickoff now. It's not ideal. Hamilton's defense is playing great football. What about the total, 44.5? I don't really want to mess with it, Cam, but I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be the rematch, Ticats and Bombers.
Yeah. I'd say the Argos have had a great campaign. They've been fantastic, but Hamilton's going to find a way to win the game. The thing is, Gabe, at that line, though, if it crosses, like, I know there's no key numbers in the CFL with the Rouges and other things, but you're going to give me 3+. I might take the Argos with the points. I think it's going to be a very close game, though. Every time these teams, the Argos have owned Hamilton. They played really well against them this year.
Saskatchewan and the Bombers. Who you got here, Mick? I don't think this. I think the Bombers are going to win, but are they going to win by 8 points?
Yeah, I think they will cover. Andrew Harris is doubtful. The star Canadian running back, he's a legend, doubtful. But even with him out, I think the Bombers are just too good. Adam Bighill and that defense. Oh, I like them to win and probably cover. The week off helps. They'll be ready to go and defend their Grey Cup. And I think they will continue and win it all next Sunday in Hamilton, Bobano's land. So, yes, I think the Bombers will win and cover. And actually, I hope they do versus those watermelon heads from Regina.
So do I. I hope the Riders lose as well. Cam, Bombers.
I think the Bombers
be in a million money line parlays for me on Sunday.
Yeah, I agree with that. But asking them to win by 8 points, I think that's it's a lot of points. But I think the Bombers do win the game. I might try to middle this game, money line parlay, and then take 8 with Saskatchewan. We'll
get into the NFL on the other side here. So the Ducks take the field right now. Offense for the first time, 7-0. Utes, 10:42 left in the first quarter. Let's get into the NFL. We're college heavy, but it is championship weekend. Massive game on Monday, guys, with the Buffalo Bills, but we'll get to that later. First game in the rotation at FanDuel, Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. I'm a little bit concerned for the Lions here. It feels like that Philadelphia game a little bit to me, but at the same point in time, man, they just cover all the time. They're 7-4 against the spread. Every Minnesota Viking game is close. I'm taking the Lions here, guys. What are your best bets this week, Mick, NFL? What do you got?
Yeah, I'm with you on the Lions to cover, and like you said, Dalvin Cook 4 was a crowd the other month with him, but I do like the Broncos to cover. I like the 49ers to win by more than 3. I like the Dolphins to cover and the Bengals to cover as well. I think there's some big wins this week, and I think the lines are a little bit light because the NFL has been crazy the last 5 weeks. It did settle down a little bit last week, and I did better on the money line, but I think the lines are a little bit low this week and take the minus on several of the games I just mentioned then.
Arizona lays 7.5 to the Bears. Tampa Bay's minus 10.5 right now to the Falcons. It's not the best NFL card this week, to say the least. Colts are laying 10 to the Texans on the road. You know what? This sounds crazy, actually, guys. I like the bad teams. Like when I look at the screen here, I'm like, Detroit Lions plus 7.5. I like the Jets plus 7, Cam.
So do I. If we bet every single dog blindly this week, I think you'll make money. I only think a few favorites win. Only like a handful of them. But we'll get to those games.
The Rams could murder the Jags.
Too. They could. Yep.
But the Philadelphia Eagles, guys, like the Eagles have been overrated by the lines maker all year, right? And I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? They're like a pick 'em all the time, and now they're big favorites here. We just saw them lose as favorites last week,
to the Giants.
We just saw them lose. Yeah, and now they're going back to the same stadium and laying more points. They'll be like, it's going to be a grind for the Eagles to get a win, let alone win this game by 8 points. I think that spread is too high right there. Bengals and Chargers a good one, Mick. Who do you got there? Bengals and Chargers.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the Bengals. Look at the Broncos. We smashed those surfer softies from the West Coast. I don't think they'll like the trip out east to Cincinnati. I like the Bengals. They're good, eh? Joe Rabbit Burrows is looking good. Bengals on the minus is one of my best bets, as I said. And I can't pick any AFC West teams to win this week because the Broncos are still in it. Even though you said we weren't, we are back, Gabe. We are back.
Yeah, what about the Broncos and the Chiefs? Chiefs by $1 billion.
No more Denver Donkeys, mate. No more Denver Donkeys. Hey, they must have watched this show because we smashed those Chargers.
You shouldn't have ripped that up because you're not going to be happy Sunday night.
You might want it back.
Parker
No,
in
I
Kansas
don't
City
think
says
we'll
you
be-
guys are going down. 44-3.
I think we'll cover. We'll be lucky to win. I think we'll cover. The running back Williams is a star. Certain at the back end, but we can't stop the run real good. But I think we can get close, and I'll be very disappointed if we don't cover against the Chiefs. But we all know about Andy Reid off the bye week, whatever. This year's been crazy, so anything can happen. And I've got confidence in the Broncos to play well.
All right, Mick, big one on Monday night football. The New England Patriots and my Buffalo Bills. First place on the line. Buffalo Bills minus 2.5, minus 138 on the money line. The total 41.5, pretty low total for an NFL football game. Trey White, the Buffalo Bills' best defensive player, is out for the season, unfortunately. Cornerback Trey White. I'm not so sure the Patriots are able to exploit that. That's not really their strength anyways. I think it'll hurt the Bills moving forward against Tampa next week, etc. But in this spot, I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills. This is a statement game. Mick, who you got, Bills or Patriots?
Oh, I've been getting inside information from Boston celebrity Mike the Can Man, and I am with him. I am taking the Patriots to continue. Your Bills, they can't run the ball. I don't know why. I do think it's going to be very, very close, but I'm going to go with the Patriots. Coaching advantage. They're just so well coached, and the Mack truck is going to keep running. And, I'm going to say it, mate. I'm going Patriots as an upset. Some of the underdogs are going to win. I think the Patriots are one of the dogs to win outright this week. Can't wait. Should be an absolute ripper of a game.
Mick Aussie. Follow him on Twitter, at Mick Aussie. Great stuff, Mick. We'll see you online over the weekend, and we'll see you Chiefs and Broncos. Maybe we'll speak on Sunday. We'll get you on with Ranieri.